Breaking news: Putin claims Zelensky's counteroffensive completely failed in the face of Avdiivka's assault. Ukraine's president, Vladimir Putin, has said the country's counteroffensive has completely failed as Russia launches a prolonged attack in the country's east. Analysis of the territory held by Russia shows that Russia now controls around 17.5% of Ukrainian territory, and that a 4-month-long Ukrainian counteroffensive this year has resulted in almost no net territorial gains. Russian lines have been strengthened with minefields and thousands of additional troops, making it difficult for the Ukrainian army to break through. Video of Putin's remarks was posted online by Kremlin journalist Pavel Zarubin. As for the counteroffensive, which is allegedly stalling, it has failed completely, Putin said. The enemy is gearing up for a new round of offensive operations. Putin said, "We see it and we know it," in reference to the fighting in the eastern Ukrainian town of Avdiivka. The United States and Russia have both claimed that the recent uptick in fighting near Avdiivka is the result of a new Russian offensive. Russian attacks on the Ukrainian town of Avdiivka on Saturday resulted in the deaths of 2 civilians, according to officials in Donetsk. Ukraine's counteroffensive has been called a failure by Vladimir Putin. Ukrainian forces have been unable to break through Russian lines despite reclaiming territory that was lost to Moscow last year. Russian defenses have been bolstered with minefields and thousands of additional troops. As for the counteroffensive, which is allegedly stalling, it has failed completely, Mr. Putin said in video remarks posted to social media by a Kremlin journalist, Pavel Zarubin. The enemy is gearing up for a new round of offensive operations. When asked about the fighting in the eastern Ukrainian city of Avdiivka, he said, "We see it and we know it." Harvard's Belfer Center reports that between September 10 and October 10 Ukraine gained 8 square miles of land. After the overthrow of a pro-Russian president in Ukraine's Maidan Revolution and Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, conflict broke out in the country's eastern regions, pitting Russian-backed forces against the Ukrainian military. President Vladimir Putin announced on Sunday that Russian forces are engaging in an active defense, allowing them to advance along nearly the entire line of contact with Ukraine. In a video of his remarks posted to social media, Putin said, "What is happening now along the entire length of the line of contact is called an active defense. In addition, our troops have made significant gains across a large portion of the territory. Quite a sizable region." Russian attacks on the eastern Ukrainian town of Avdiivka on Saturday resulted in the deaths of 2 civilians, according to the administration of the Donetsk region. Russia's military, in one of its few offensives in months, continued assaults on Avdiivka for a 5th day, shelling the city so heavily that rescue workers could not retrieve any of the dead from the rubble. On Sunday, the administration of the Donetsk region announced on the messaging app Telegram that another person had been injured in the area. On Sunday, Russian forces launched heavy airstrikes near Avdiivka, Tonensk, and Pervomaisk in the Donetsk region, but Ukrainian forces repelled 15 attacks, according to the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. An overnight Russian air attack killed a woman, 54, and a man, 57, and injured another woman, according to Ola Synhubov, governor of the Kharkiv region in eastern Ukraine, on Sunday.